Selamat pagi and good morning, everyone. I'm Xin Rou, the facilitator for today's strategic session. Thank you all for joining us on time. Together with us today, we have the Shopee team and the Maybank team. Let's go around the table for self-introductions. Let's begin with the Maybank team.
Thank you, Zero, for the warm welcome. It's nice to meet the Shopee team. I'm Yoki, and I lead the partnership from Maybank, overseeing the overall strategic alignment. It's a pleasure to meet you all, and we hope today's discussion will lead to a mutually beneficial collaboration.
Hi, I'm Ru Qian, representative from the Maybank Marketing Department, responsible for customer acquisition, strategy, and campaign execution.
Hello, I'm Jie Ying, the representative from the Maybank Technical Department. I'll be supporting system integration, payment, and data consideration.
Hi everyone, I'm Yi Ya from the Maybank Finance Department. I will be covering the funding structure, incentive, and financial viability for this collaboration.
Thank you, Maybank team. Now let's hear from the Shopee team.
Thank you, Xin Rou. And the Maybank team, I'm Shu Bei, leading these partnerships from Shopee. We are glad to be exploring these collaborations with Maybank. Both Shopee and Maybank are household names in Malaysia, and we see a massive opportunity to bridge the gap between e-commerce and financial services. We hope today's discussions allow us to merge our ecosystem effectively to create a seamless experience for our shared users.
Good day, everyone. Nice to meet the Maybank team. I am Sheau Jun for Shopee Finance. I will be supporting today's discussion from the financial and commercial perspective. My role is to ensure that the purpose voucher and promotional mechanics are financially sustainable with clear cost-sharing structure and control exposure. I will also be looking at revenue impact and long-term value for both shopping and Maybank. And I look forward to working closely with your team to make this collaboration mutually beneficial.
Hi everyone, I'm Nickolas from Shopee Technical Team and supporting the platform integration, vouchers, and data flow.
Thank you, Shopee team. Let's get started. Before we dive into the main topic, it's important for both parties to clarify their objectives for this partnership. Shopee team, could you share your goals with us?
Sure. Our main objective today is to acquire new users at a lower cost. At the same time, we would like to increase the number of active users. That in turn drive traffic and transactions. Specifically, we want to tap into Maybank's premium user base to drive higher value basket size. By integrating with a trusted financial partner, we believe we can increase user trust and frequencies of purchase.
Great. How about our Maybank team? What are your objectives?
So for us, we want to acquire new customers through this partnership. We hope that with Shopee's high traffic, strong digital presence in Malaysia, and your user behavior data can help us to achieve that.
Perfect. With both parties aligned on their goals, let's dive into the details. Maybank team, would you like to propose your first idea?
Sure. To attract new users, we propose offering incentives such as Shopee vouchers for those who open a Maybank account during the campaign period.
Yes, we are targeting about 10,000 new basic saving account or saving account Islamic opening.
Yes, I think this would be a great idea. It creates an immediate use case for the new account holder. Instead of simply creating a savings account that sits inactive, they are immediately motivated to transact, effectively converting a new banking customer into an active digital consumer instantly.
Great. Then we shall decide on the detail for this. For Shopee finance perspective, before we proceed, we need to clearly define the voucher structure. Specifically, we need to understand the voucher value, whether there is a minimum spend, and how the total cost will be shared. Since the campaign targets out to 10,000 users, the overall cost is significant, so it is important for us to manage the financial exposure carefully. Most importantly, we need clarify on who will be funding the reward.
All right, great question. We are suggesting a 20 ringgit voucher regardless of the minimum spend. For the voucher funding, we are expecting a 6:4 ratio where Maybank will cover 60% and Shopee will cover the rest.
There will amount to a total voucher value of 200,000. From our past campaign, a flat value voucher without condition can be costly and may not always generate proportional sales. To better balance cost efficiency and transaction value, we will suggest a percentage discount capped at 20 ringgit. This encourages users to spend more while ensuring the maximum cost remain controlled.
That's a good idea. If so, what if we make it a 10% discount capped at 20 ringgit without minimum spend?
The structure looks good. However, to further ensure meaningful transaction value, we recommend adding a minimum spend requirements. Without a minimum spend, user may redeem the voucher on very small purchases, which reduce campaign efficiency. From Shopee experience, minimum spend help improve basket size. We would like to suggest a minimum spend of 15 ringgit.
We understand that this could increase sales, but it may limit voucher usage since not all users have the spending capability, which could reduce its value. A minimum spend of 20 ringgit may be more reasonable.
Alright, 20 ringgit as a minimum spend is acceptable and still aligned with our objectives. Now moving on to the funding ratio, a 6:4 split places a relatively higher cost burden on Shopee. Considering that the primary goal here is Maybank account acquisitions, for our side, we would prefer a 7:3 split.
I believe that Shopee will also take benefit from this, as this can increase the transaction and sales amount. And this is only more like an add-on benefit for those who open a Maybank account.
Alright, how about we meet halfway at a 3.5 to 3.5 split? Beyond this ratio, it would be difficult for us to justify the cost internally.
All right, you have a deal on a 6.5 for a 3.5 split.
So, to confirm, we have agreed on vouchers for new bank account holders, offering a 10% discount with a minimum spend of 20 ringgit, capped at 20 ringgit. The maximum voucher funding will be 200,000 ringgit, with Maybank covering 60% and Shopee covering 40%. Is that correct?
A second, it shall be 65% and 35%. Yeah. So I think that would be a great start from us. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So let's move on to the technical executions of this.
Okay, since these vouchers will only be available to new account holders, so we suggest using unique voucher codes. Shopee will issue 10,000 unique codes that Maybank can distribute to the new account holders.
Oh, I see. However, if we are distributing voucher code, how can we ensure that the person redeeming the code is the same person who opened the bank account?
Good point. So, would it be possible to share a common identifier, such as an account ID or email, so that we could use to verify the bank account holder?
I get your point there, but we cannot just simply share personal information. The customer data will not be protected under safe condition. Plus, some users may use different email addresses for their banks and Shopee accounts, so we can't guarantee the same identifier. I think issuing voucher code would be the best option.
Understood. If that's the case, Maybank will receive the list of valid voucher codes and the users can redeem them on the Shopee platform.
Exactly. The only challenge here is that we won't be able to track whether the user is the account holder, but I think this will work fine.
Yes, we will also need a real-time update on which voucher code is issued. Would that be feasible?
Yes, that's feasible. As for the details, we have to discuss it with the technical department member, and as a return, we would also like to have the information of voucher usage.
Fair enough. So we would also need to decide on the expiry date of the voucher.
What about a month from the issuance of the voucher?
That's wrong, but to ensure the expiry date is correct, we'll need a real-time updates when the voucher are issued.
I see. So, but again, we need to discuss that internally with our technical team.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so the vouchers for new users will be offered at a 10% discount with a minimum spend of 20 ringgit, capped at 20 ringgit. The vouchers will be valid for 1 month from the date of issuance. Shopee will provide Maybank with the voucher codes and Maybank will distribute them. Does everyone agree?
Yeah, I agree with this.
Agreed.
Okay, perfect. Let's move on to the next topic.
So, other than that, we would also like to offer a rebate to those who check out using Maybank's online banking or Maybank cards throughout the campaign period.
Nice. I think it would be a good idea. We find that once a user successfully completes a transaction with a specific payment method and receives a reward, they are 70% more likely to set that method as their default. So this isn't just a one-time promo. It is about shifting long-term consumer behavior towards Maybank channel.
Yes, for us, existing Shopee users with a Maybank account will also be encouraged to switch to using our bank if they previously used services from other financial institutions.
Alright, let's talk about the financials. Without funding, none of this will happen.
Okay, regarding this, we are prepared to contribute an 8-2 split with Maybank covering 80% and Shopee covering the remaining 20%. Is that okay?
That ratio is acceptable in principle. However, before finalizing it, we need to understand the expected scale of this incentive. Since this voucher is transaction-based, the total cost will depend heavily on usage volume, which may fluctuate during the campaign.
Yes, this is certainly a necessary topic to address. For this, we would like to set a 10% rebate for our client. By following the logic of the previous voucher, I think the rebate should have a minimum spend of 50 ringgit and be capped at 10 ringgit. That leads us to another problem where we do not know what is the minimum and maximum number of voucher that would be used.
For this, we can calculate the number of past transactions and sale made using Maybank for payment.
Good point. However, this would only provide us with the estimated figure, as we cannot accurately predict how much transaction volume will increase during the campaign. Does Shopee have another solution for this?
Well, maybe we can offer a limited amount of voucher, for example, 10,000 with a 10% discount and the remaining ones at 5%.
Great, but it would be a problem if 10% voucher are used up in the beginning of the campaign and leaving the rest with only 5%.
Mm, we can distribute them daily or hourly. For example, each day of hour, we can release the 10% voucher for the first 100 purchases and so on.
All right, now that's a great solution. We can go with 500 voucher with 10% discount and a minimum spend of 50 ringgit capped at 10 ringgit. For the rest, it would be a 5% discount with a minimum spend of 50 ringgit, capped at 5 ringgit.
Wait, would there be an issue with informing users? They may get confused about why it is sometimes 10% and other times 5%.
Rest assured, we include an explanation. However, the hard truth is that not everyone will take time to read it.
Oh yeah, but I think that's the only way to handle this.
On the funding side, does Shopee have a cost sharing ratio in mind?
We will prefer a 9:1 cost sharing ratio, with Maybank covering 90% and Shopee covering 10%.
Would it be possible to adjust this to an 8-2 split?
No, unless we cap the amount that Shopee will pay.
Alright, in that case, we can proceed with a 9-1 split.
So how will the mechanism work? Will the voucher be automatically applied if the user select our bank during checkout? And can this voucher be used together with other vouchers?
Yes, so the voucher will be automatically applied when users select Maybank cards or FPX via Maybank. As for using multiple vouchers, our current system allows a maximum of one shipping voucher and one discount or cashback voucher per purchase, and the voucher with the highest discount will be applied.
Oh, now I understand. I believe everything should be fine now.
Yes, and regarding the data, we would like a detailed report on sales, transaction, and voucher usage for all Maybank transactions. Additionally, we need to know whether users have redeemed the voucher when they used the Maybank for payment.
Yes, we will be able to provide the necessary data.
Great, seems that we have reached another milestone. When a user makes a payment using Maybank cards or Maybank online services, they will be entitled to receive a rebate voucher. The rebate voucher will offer a 10% discount with a minimum spend of 50 ringgit, capped at 10 ringgit, or a 5% discount with a minimum spend of 50 ringgit, capped at 5 ringgit, depending on availability. There will be a daily limit of 500 vouchers with a 10% discount available throughout the campaign period. The funding split will be a 9:1 ratio, with Maybank covering 90% and Shopee covering 10%. Additionally, Shopee will provide Maybank with data, including sales, transaction details, and voucher usage data. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
We are aligned.
Okay, is there any other agenda to be proposed?
Yes, we would like to allow users to use Maybank points to redeem Shopee vouchers. Many users have sleeping capitals in loyalty points they forget to use. By allowing them to convert those points into Shopee vouchers, we are effectively giving them free money to shop, which significantly boosts customer satisfactions for both our brands.
Great, I think this is an excellent idea. It could encourage more people to collect and use their points. But the key focus here would be the implementation.
For this, we suggest that we generate voucher codes where they can be redeemed in the Shopee platform.
Then there must be a way for us to access the list of codes.
Well, we can provide an API that allows Shopee to retrieve the list of generated voucher codes.
I see. In that case, we will need to have further discussions on the implementation with the technical team soon.
Okay, sure, that should work.
Yes, and I believe this could be a long-term partnership that isn't limited to the campaign period only.
Alright, I agree. With that in mind, perhaps we can move on to the commercial aspect. For this type of voucher, our partners typically cover with the associated costs.
Yes, We understand that for royalty point redemptions, the issue partner typically bears the cost. From Shopee side, this arrangement is acceptable. Regarding variations, we would like to confirm the conversion rate between point and monetary value.
Typically, we would suggest a 100 point to 1 ringgit rate. Is that okay?
That rate work for us. To keep the redemption simple and attractive, we suggest setting each voucher at 5 ringgit, which would require 500 points.
Alright, sounds good for me.
Are we going to set an expiry date for the redeemed vouchers?
Is there usually an expire date for this voucher?
Yes, and the typical time frame is 1 week from the date of redemption.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead with a 1 week time frame.
Okay, to conclude, Shopee will partner with Maybank for voucher redemption using Maybank loyalty points. And this partnership will not be limited to the campaign period. Maybank will provide the voucher codes to users who redeem them. And Shopee will be able to access these codes via dedicated APIs. Each voucher will be worth 5 ringgit and cost 500 points, with an expiry period of 1 week from the date of redemption.
Yes, no problem at all.
No problem here as well.
So now, let's discuss the branding of the campaign itself. We are proposing to position it as a campaign organized in conjunction with both Chinese New Year and Hari Raya.
Sure, I think it is great. This double celebrations period is historically one of our highest traffic windows outside of our signatures 99 or 1111 sales. Aligning the campaign here ensures we are riding the wave of peak consumer spending intents.
Yes, I think we can set the campaign from the beginning of February when the Chinese community starts preparing for Chinese New Year until the end of March when people are still in the Hari Raya festive mode.
I think it is great. So the campaign will begin from 1st of the February until 31st of the March.
Yes, so let's review if there's anything regarding the vouchers that need to be adjusted to ensure our expenses stay within budget.
Agreed. As for Maybank, we are still within our budget.
Same goes to Shopee too.
Great, so we have decided on the campaign period to be 1st February till 31st of March. Is there anything else to bring up for the discussion?
Absolutely. We would like to discuss the promotion aspect further to ensure that the campaign is well known and that people actively use our vouchers.
Agree. So for Shopee, we have some suggestions here. We would like Maybank to promote us on the mobile banking apps. It may be a banner at the loading page or anywhere appropriate.
And afraid that it will be impossible, our banking app needs to maintain a formal and professional appearance. So we do not promote other brands within the apps, except on the point redemption page where we feature our partners.
Okay then. Can you put us at the beginnings or the tops of the list so that the users can see us as soon as they opens the respective page?
Sure, but this also requires the technical team's agreement first.
Sure, no problem. We will put you to the top alongside our other top partner.
Okay, I think that will do. How about SMS message to notify us about the campaign?
Again, we are not able to do that as our SMS messages are typically used for OTPs and other important details. We don't want to turn this channel into a marketing tool.
How about email then?
Oh, sure, email will work. We have specific channels for marketing via email. However, this may not fully reach our clients as some have opted out of the marketing channel.
I understand the limitations on SMS. However, email open rates can be lower than direct notifications. If we rely on emails, can we ensure the subject lines are call branded effectively to maximize open rates? So email marketing hold a win light, right?
Yes, we can try to ensure that the subject lines are co-branded and attractive enough to boost open rates and improve reach.
What about push notifications?
No, just like why SMS is not available.
If digital real estates on the apps is limited, we need to maximize the offline touchpoint. How about physical marketing? Your ATMs have high foot traffic. Can we have splash screens for ATM machines?
Sorry, but our splash screens are used to remind our customer about scams and precaution when using the ATM. We want to prioritize safety first.
Okay then. How about poster and other physical printed materials?
Sure, this will do. However, we will also need to discuss the pricing and cost for the materials.
For this, we would need Shopee to send us the printed materials and we'll display them in our branches.
Okay, that's what.
Okay, so depending on the coverage, we need to decide whether all branches will have the poster or if only selected branches will display them. We should also decide on the type of promotional material. We allow wallboards, window displays, standings, and banners.
I see. Can you please explain a bit of how each materials will be displayed at the bank?
Sure, for wallboards, we will put them at a service counters. These are the counters where most of the routine banking transactions are carried out, such as deposit, withdrawals, and inquiries. The wallboards will be attached to the counter window to capture attention without attracting the space. For standing, we can place smaller one at the consultation counters. These counters are designed for more complex and personalized service. So while our customers are waiting, they can take a look at the materials. As the window displays and banners, we could definitely prefer the window display as they look tighter than banners hanging outside. For the window display, we will typically place a poster or material on the windows so people from outside can see them.
Understood. So I think we can go for the wobble, standee, and window display. We will ensure the design have clear QR codes to bridge the gap, allowing customer in the branch to scan and immediately land on the Shopee app's redemptions page.
Great! So we will calculate the maximum amount of promotional materials needed and Shopee will decide how much to print. Also, please remember to send us a copy of the design before we proceed with printing.
Okay, I will do it. By the way, is it possible to put an advertisement at the display that calls for querying number? Queuing number, sorry.
Sure. There's another advertising opportunity we can offer. However, Shopee will need to provide us with the material to display. We will send you the aspect ratio of the available, available space for so you can create the materials.
Sure. And there's something remains for the printed materials. How would it be handed to Maybank?
So for this, Shopee will need to send the materials to our headquarters and we'll distribute them to our branches.
Okay, no problem.
Great. For now, Maybank has agreed to advertise the campaign and Shopee in their branches. Maybank will prioritize Shopee vouchers on the loyalty point redemption page and will also send out emails. As for the physical advertisements, this will include wobblers, standees, and window displays. Additionally, Maybank will integrate advertisement into the queuing call display. Is that right?
Exactly.
Correct.
Okay then. Are there any advertising requests from Maybank team?
Definitely, yes. We would like Shopee to display advertisement banners in their app.
Sure. For this, our team will design the banner.
That's great. Is it possible to have advertisement on the order confirmation page?
Well, the most we can do for this is the voucher section. We can arrange the items so that the voucher for using Maybank service will appear on top of the other vouchers.
Okay, that would work great. How about add notifications?
Well, we can send notifications at the start of the campaign and when the daily voucher refresh.
I see. That would be good enough. Are there any other opportunity where we can promote ourselves?
Definitely yes, but it may require additional expenses. We can add it to the tap and spin section, or we could create a separate lucky draw session specifically for this campaign.
I think we can stick to the current one.
Great. How about adding links for instant account opening?
I think this wouldn't work well due to security concerns and the requirement for physical presence at the bank. How about offering zero interest EMI for our bank users?
This isn't viable as we already have S-Pay letter in our service. Implementing zero in interest EMI would contradict our existing offering.
I understand. Then I think that's all we can do for now.
Okay, so Shopee is willing to promote the campaign via banners on the main page of the Shopee app. Additionally, Shopee will prioritize the vouchers in collaboration with Maybank. Finally, Shopee will send the notifications about the campaign and the daily voucher quota refresh.
True. So for the advertising costs, we'll assume the costs respectively, such as the changes in the respective apps. The printing costs will be covered by Shopee and the installation costs will be covered by us.
Deal. So let's talk about the revenue share.
All right, so there's a concern on our end. How can we verify that the transaction or revenue generated are attributable to the campaign?
From Shopee perspective, attribution is very important to ensure transparency for both parties. We suggest that only transactions which apply the campaign voucher should be counted as campaign driver revenue. This approach allows us to clearly differentiation organic transaction from campaign attribute ones, making the revenue sharing process fair, auditable, and easy to reconcile for both finance teams.
Understood. In that case, we would like to propose a 7-3 split in Maybank's favor.
From Shopee's standpoint, we would typically expect a larger share, as Shopee provides the platform, seller logistic infrastructure, and operational support. Based on this, we would assume a 6-4 split where Shopee retains 60% and Maybank receives 40%.
From our perspective, Maybank will be contributing significantly more resources to this campaign than Shopee, so a 7-3 split would be a fair reflection.
Okay, let's both move a step backwards. Can Maybank agree on a 6-4 ratio?
Okay, that would be acceptable.
Okay, so for now, Shopee and Maybank have agreed on a 60 to 40 split of the revenue from transactions that use the campaign vouchers. Any other items to discuss?
Yes, we would also like to discuss about data sharing.
Regarding the banners we mentioned earlier, can Shopee share the data with us for potential customer analysis?
Yes, as long as it does not violate the Personal Data Protection Act.
We understand that identifiable data cannot be shared. We would like to receive data such as gender, age, interest, usual payment method, location, area, the time they click the banner, and the engagement spent after clicking on the banner.
Sure, we will check with the technical team on this, but it should work. And we will anonymize and aggregate the data in compliance with the PDPA.
That's great. Additionally, we would also like to have similar data for purchase made using the voucher under the campaign, so that we can track the user preference and find potential customer for our upcoming event in the future.
Okay, this will work fine.
Okay, very good. So we have secured data sharing from Shopee to Maybank regarding customer leads and transaction information. Let's proceed to the next agenda.
So here, we would like to present our KPIs to measure the success of the campaign. We are targeting a 2% new customer acquisition from our existing customers in the Malaysian market. Additionally, we are expecting a 20% increase in transaction on Shopee during the campaign period. What about Shopee's target?
For us, we aim to increase total transactions by 5%, total sales by 8%, and the number of active users.
Great. With the clear KPI in mind, I believe that Maybank and Shopee can help each other in achieving these indicators and make this campaign a successful one. Is there anything else to discuss?
I think that's all for now.
Yeah, from Maybank, there's nothing more to disclose.
Okay, so let's conclude what we have for now. First is the new vouchers for new Maybank account holders. When a user registers a Maybank account within the campaign period, they are entitled to receive a 10% discount voucher. The voucher requires a minimum spend of 20 ringgit and the discount value is capped at 20 ringgit. The expiry date of the voucher is 1 month from the day of voucher issuance. Shopee will be providing the voucher code and Maybank will distribute the voucher codes to the new sign-ups. The Maybank to Shopee cost share will be a 6.5 to 3.5 ratio. Okay. Secondly, we agreed on a rebate for users who pay with Maybank cards or Maybank online banking. Throughout the campaign period, users who check out using Maybank online banking or Maybank credit or debit cards are eligible for a rebate voucher. Every day, 500 vouchers offering a 10% discount will be available. These vouchers require a minimum spend of 50 ringgit and cap at 10 ringgit. Once those 500 vouchers are redeemed, the remaining vouchers will offer a 5% discount with a minimum spend of 50 ringgit, capped at 5 ringgit. The Maybank to Shopee funding share for this will be a 9:1 ratio. Shopee will place this voucher at the top of the voucher section to ensure that it catches the user's attention. So third, we discussed the Maybank loyalty program. The bank users can redeem their Maybank loyalty points for Shopee vouchers. Each voucher costs 500 points and is worth 5 ringgit, with an expiry date set 1 week from the redemption date. Maybank will be provided with the voucher code, while Shopee will have access to the voucher codes and their status through dedicated APIs. Maybank will place this voucher at the top of the voucher section for better visibility. Shopee will be covering the expenses for these vouchers. The fourth one is about the campaign period, which starts from 1st of February till 31st of March, which celebrates both the Chinese New Year and Hari Raya. Next, we discuss the promotional strategies implemented by Maybank. This includes emails and physical advertisements such as the wobblers, the standees, window displays, and advertisements in the queuing call displays. All printed materials will be designed and provided by Shopee, and Maybank will handle the installation in their branches. Shopee, on the other hand, will place advertisement banners within the app. Additionally, Shopee will send notifications about the campaign and the daily voucher quota refresh. And the next one is about the advertising costs. The costs associated with software changes will be borne by both respecting parties. The printing costs for physical advertisement will be covered by Shopee, while the installation costs will be borne by Maybank. And the next one is about revenue sharing. Revenue refers to the Shopee platform commission generated from voucher applied transactions. This will be split between Maybank and Shopee with a 6:4 ratio. And finally, we have an agreement on data sharing, where Shopee will share customer lead information, specifically data from the banners, as well as customer purchase information with Maybank. Is that everything?
Nice and concise.
Great.
Okay, so our next step is to draft an agreement and have an MOU signed, along with a list of action items and a timeline. We'll meet again for this. That's all for now, and thank you very much.
Thank you to our Miss Moderator Xin and thank you Shopee. We appreciate your open discussion and your flexibility today. Looking forward to making this happen.
Thank you, Xin Rou and Maybank. We are excited to see the yellow and orange wave take over Malaysia.
Okay, so the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.